Cracker Ass Regalia from your boy Jike. So, this is what we're gonna do here. I'm gonna let you in on a little story, true story that actually happened. As some of you may have noticed, that I have been gone for quite some time. I have not been on the interwebs. I've not been around, and well, the story behind that is I actually had uh, I died a week and a half ago, almost 2 weeks ago. I overdosed. I was partying, for the 4th of July and everything, and I was partying a little too hard, and I ended up overdosing, and I was taken away in an ambulance, and I was clinically dead for a few minutes or so. And in this time, I had actually witnessed the afterlife. I My soul, spirit, whatever you want to call it, was out of my body, and it went into this some place that was just, I mean, it still terrifies me thinking about it. It's the most frightening and terrifying thing I had ever experienced in my life. I was unconscious. I was, dead and on life support and all kind of stuff in the hospital, before they brought me back to life. I went to this place, and you can call it hell, whatever you want to call it. It was some place so terrifying. I never want to go there again. When I was there, the things are unimaginable. It's unspeakable, the things that I've gone through and witnessed and experienced. I was there. I was by myself. I was isolated. There were other people there. I could hear screams and cries and people yelling out for help and just different languages, things I couldn't understand. I could not understand the concept of any of this where I was at. Okay, it was a place. I was by myself. It was dark, complete and total darkness, and in this darkness, it feels like the darkness on your skin there feels like sunburn on your skin out in the real world in life, and uh, you get sunburned and it hurts. But this darkness is it just goes through your core and hurts every single part of your body physically. Your skin is just in pain, and it feels like it's burning. It's being ripped off. It's being cut by tiny little razors, millions and millions of little razors at once. Uh, your insides, my insides felt like just real tight tension and pressure on my heart, my lungs. I couldn't breathe. There was it felt like I was being choked and suffocated and drowned, and the way that I was feeling is like whenever you're underwater for a long time and you're holding your breath and every inch of your body's just screaming for oxygen. That's the feeling that I felt this entire time. I mean, like I said, I was by myself, but there were other people around that I could hear. I couldn't see. My vision was not there. I couldn't see. I heard everything. The only thing that I could see was myself, and there were these creatures surrounding me, laughing at me. Physical confrontation and talking and things like that didn't exist where I was at. I couldn't talk. I couldn't speak. I couldn't say anything. But my mind, I could, hear what was going on. I could. It's like I could read whatever they were thinking and saying, and they were laughing at me and saying things to each other and saying things to me, and it's like they were reading my mind as well. They knew that I was afraid, and they were feeding off that fear and laughing at me for it. It was just physically excruciating. Every part of my body was in pain, the most unimaginable pain you can ever imagine. It's like just everything hurt so bad, and it was just the worst feeling. And they kept ripping pieces of flesh off of every inch of my body, and when I'd see myself, the flesh would be there again. Like it's like I'd feel the pain, and they'd rip layers of flesh off, and I'd look and it'd be there, and they'd just keep doing it and laughing and just getting off on torturing me. And the mental pain is just something I've never could even fathom to experience in my life. It's like you're depressed, you're sad, you're afraid, you're you're just going through all kind of ranges of negative emotions, and it's not good. And there were instances where I would slip out of these places of wherever I was at, and I'd just be in random places, like say just at like my friend's place or my cousin's, and they'd be there, and they'd be seeing wouldn't see me. They'd just be, the I'd be seeing what was going on, everything around me. I could see, the TV was on. They were talking, smoking cigarettes, and laughing, and blah 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 blah. And I was there, but they didn't acknowledge me, or they didn't notice me, or they didn't see me. I don't know, but it was bad. It was terrifying. I'd be there for a few seconds, up to a minute or so, and then all of a sudden I'd just start sinking through the floor like quicksand, and I'd be right back at that place again, and that feeling would just overwhelm me again. Physical pain, mental pain, the torture, everything over and over. This is my experience of the afterlife. I have, sorry about that, I have overdosed and uh, will not confirm or deny if it was a suicide attempt or not, but I died, and I went to this place, and it was so horrible, and it's just something I never want to go back again. It's that terrifying and that frightening. Anyways, I was in the hospital. I was on life support for about a day. I was in the ICU, in the intensive care unit, for a few days until I got my blood pressure up to normal, and then they moved me up to the psychiatric unit. For the overdose, they did took blood and urinalysis, and they were running tests on me, and doing observations and all that stuff, and asking questions, and I was talking to doctors and psychologists and therapists and all that stuff, um, and that was about a week and a half. So that's where I've been. uh, I just figured I'd let you in on that and let you know what happened. And death is a very scary thing. That's something you do not want to go and experience. Believe me. Take it from me. I have been to the other side, and it's frightening. It's very, very frightening. So, with that, I don't want to make this video too long. I just had to tell a story and, make this first video since I've been back. I haven't made any videos in quite a while, so some cracker ass regalia for you, and, you know how it is. But I'm back, and, it's your boy Jike, so, uh, I shall be making more videos and putting some more out there for you guys to absorb the regalia, because you need some regalia in your life, and we all do, but just do not kill yourself or try to overdose or anything like that. I do not endorse that. I would fucking definitely not endorse the shit that went on down there, wherever the fuck I was at, and a segregated hell of fucking torture and fucking everything bad, everything negative. It was just the worst feeling I've ever went through in my life. So I'm gonna end it with that, and have yourselves a good day and some good old fashioned cracker ass regalia from your boy Jike, and catch you on the flip side.